Yo, yo, yo. What up, people? Welcome to another episode of How to Wholesale. We got the great Felipe and the great Karen. How y'all doing?
How you doing, Mike? How you doing,
Good, good.
Are you guys starting to get the gist of Ari Simply?
Karen?
Yeah.
I'm starting to understand how their formats working out and everything.
I'm starting to see your numbers go up as far as KPIs
I'm starting to notice it too. Am I lagging?
a little bit.
Is my voice lagging?
It's like the voice in the video.
Okay.
That's a little bit better.
I don't know. Maybe my computer just. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, but yeah, I've started to notice my KPIs are starting to go up.
Mhm.
That's about it. Yeah, I think I'm just starting to get used to the way the layout works and where to go, and there's less, like, oh shoot, I'm lost. Where I gotta go.
Yeah, so me and Andrew sat down in the office yesterday and went over what the flow is going to look like for everybody, for lead managers, for junior acquisition managers, for acquisition managers, what exactly the flow is going to look like the day-to-day flow. So you log into the CRM, your dashboard pops up, and you'll know exactly step by steps where to go throughout the whole entire day. So it'll be nice and simple, kind of like it was in Podio, but it'll be more measured and a little bit more proceduralized and Ari Simply. But what do you guys got today?
I don't really got anything in terms of questions. Karen, if you have anything as well, you can go first.
Um, I remember I think I tagged you the lead Felipe, right? I mean, like I mentioned you in the.
Is it the one? Which one? I think you tagged me in two.
Let me check the name.
Is it the one with multiple properties, or is it the one?
Mm, let me. No, that just the one with one property. His name is Rupen.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
I
Yeah.
had
So
this
what?
one from.
So what happened there is he told you. So for everyone listening, he said that the house is 10,000 square feet. Um, he must have messed up because that's the lot size. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you hear 10,000 square feet, most likely it's not the house, unless you're working with some really big mansion or something. But he's probably talking about his land.
All right.
Um,
The area.
yep. And from what I remember talking to him, he's not too motivated. He's looking more for the amount of money. I remember the last conversation that I pitched terms, and he just wasn't about it. So I'm not
Mm-hmm.
sure where you got to this conversation with him, but that was the last time I talked to him.
Why would he ever want to sell his property?
He mentioned actually to me that tomorrow the tenants are supposedly gonna move out or within next week. That's what he told me. So he's been actually trying to sell this house since he's already living in Vegas and he wanna just get rid of it. One thing that was preventing him from selling was because of the tenants in it. And now they're finally moving out. So actually he was really very, very tough. He didn't want me I mean he didn't mention any number at first because like he's probably having a lot of these kind of calls and at the end the tenants actually offered him around he's probably a retail seller because the tenants offered him 310 for his house but he wants more than that, so at the
What's
end
the
of the
ARV?
was the ARV.
It's probably, from what I remember, this has been a few months ago, but I think it was in the 350s. I
Okay.
Yeah,
think. I'm not sure. This was months ago when I talked to him.
Where is it?
Sherwood.
Is it Rhode Island, Karen?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, it's not a deal from what I remember.
More like a retail seller. Yeah.
So remember, We have realtors that we can refer properties to. So this guy, if retail is his best bet, we can refer him to a realtor. Um, so it sounds like he's going to sell it because the tenants left. Think about it.
Yeah.
Tenants leave, you really only have two options. You're either going to sell it or you're going to rent it back out. So that's like one of the major questions I would have asked. What are your plans with it? Are your plans to sell it or are your plans to rent it back out?
He's not planning to rent it again. I think he also has a plan to have it listed in the market if nobody comes up with the price that he wants for it, which is around 350.
Hmm.
So I didn't really went into referring him to realtors yet because on the call it was very very tough, and it seems like his he even told me like, if am I the buyer myself or am I working for the buyer, something like that.
I'm working
So
for the buyer.
yeah,
What's your problem? Like this is what I do. My job is to find the deals that the guy who I work with buys the houses. Like if this is one, if this is going to be one that we're going to consider for the portfolio, great. We can have the conversation. Sometimes what you need to do, Karen, with like those red type of sellers is be red back, be stern back, you know? And then all of a sudden, like 5 minutes into the call, they open up like a can of worms.
yeah. The way I actually told him about it is, we work together. He's more like the sales guy, and I run over numbers with him too and all that. So I told him that way,
We
because
call
I
it.
feel like if I'm gonna tell him that I'm just someone working for you and we're not partners, I feel like he's gonna hang up because he would want to talk to you directly or just someone, and wouldn't even wanna
Mhm.
tell more about it. So I
I'm gonna
just did
call 'em.
that.
Hey, you could just say, just make it simple. You could say we're just partners. I mean,
Yeah, that's
that's
what.
such a vague thing.
Yeah,
Freaking, I could be just a council partner. I could just want to talk to him. I don't have the money. I'm his partner in his advice.
yeah.
Super vague, super vague. Mike, you said you were calling him.
Mhm. Hello, Ruben. It's Mike.
Just a second.
No rush.
Put it on sort of speaker.
Do you hear me?
Hello? Hello?
Hey, is Ruben there?
Yes.
This is Mike. I am the buyer for Sherwood Street that you talked to Karen about.
Yes.
You guys are looking to sell the property?
Well, anyway, I have a tenant in it.
Oh, the tenants didn't leave yet? I thought they already left.
No. Tomorrow is deadline, If they don't move, it's going to go to court,
Oh my gosh.
September 8th is tomorrow deadline.
Okay.
If they don't move, it's going to be eviction,
Well, I hope that doesn't happen. What are you thinking is going to happen? Are you thinking that you're going to have to evict them or what?
Well, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not going to keep that tenant on. I'm going to sell the house anyway.
Well, what happens tomorrow if they don't leave and you have to go through the eviction? Do you plan on going through the eviction yourself or?
No, I have a lawyer already,
Got it.
A couple months ago already, he got the eviction notice. He went to court, and they said, we cannot find the house, this and that. And judge said the September 8th is deadline, We'll go from there tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah, it's tough, man. Our office is located up here in Brockton, Mass, and we deal with a lot of evictions up here. And it's a long, yeah. Yeah, we deal with a lot of bad tenants up here, and the eviction process sometimes can be dragged out. So you plan on going through the eviction yourself and hiring the lawyer?
No, my real estate, like, I'm not tied up with real estate because I didn't sign any contract,
Yeah.
and she found a lawyer, okay, and now tomorrow's the deadline. I don't know what's going to happen. They're going to move sooner or later because they didn't own the house,
Right.
Soon or later, they're going to move out. And I'm going to sell the house.
Got it. So you're sold on selling it.
How I'm going to sell? You want to buy it as is with the tenant?
We can. We've done it before.
You can?
Yeah.
All right. Give me this an offer. Already they paid $1,500. They've been in almost 10 years. 15. They're willing to pay more, but I don't want it. That's it. I want to sell the house. So somebody is gonna keep it, and I think the estimated rent is $22.75 a month now.
Okay. Well, Rupen,
If you're interested, you want to buy it just like that. Last month I was there anyway.
Got it. Well, Rupen, what's got you considering?
Huh?
What's got you considering selling it rather than just keeping it rented out?
I don't know. You from the area, you should know better than me.
Oh no, I was saying like, why don't you just rent it back out? How come you're? Yeah, what's got you thinking about selling it?
I don't want it anymore. I have a few property, I'm too old now, almost like 79 years old. I don't want any more property.
Oh wow, so you've probably been buying houses for a while.
Me?
Yeah.
No, forget it. No more houses. I have a house. My son has a house. That's it. No more houses. I'm too old for that anymore.
Got it. So in a perfect world, right? For Rupen, would Rupen rather go through the eviction process and hire the attorney, or have somebody else just buy it as it sits with the tenants in place?
Give me your trigger. What you trying to say? Just tell me.
Well, I'm trying to figure out if we have to buy it with the tenants or not, because that would affect our offer.
What do you have an offer? You see the house? You know anything about my house?
Yeah, I know all the things about your house except what it looks like inside, but
All right. Inside, nothing wrong. You need to only paint, I was there a month and a half ago. I spent $10,000. I was there about, June month.
okay.
I spent $10,000. New door, new stone door, there, cement work, everything is done.
Got it.
But just don't waste my time,
No, listen.
Anyway, what's your bottom price?
Rupen, I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out, because if we buy it with the tenants in place and we have to do the eviction, obviously our offer is going to be different than rather than if we just bought it vacant.
No, same attorney. Already, I paid the money already,
Mm-hmm. So if we ended,
Anyway, give me just trigger like a yes or no,
No,
I'm
we can buy the house for sure. We have literally 4 other properties that we're looking at for this week. And we're looking at
what's your bottom dollar anyway?
I can't give that to you at the moment because I haven't, 1, seen the inside of the house, but 2, I don't know if we're buying it with or without the tenants.
Don't waste my time. Now tenants in it, and let's see after they move, you know.
Well, yeah, if we bought it with the tenants, what would be fair for you?
It'll be what for me?
Yeah, what would be fair?
Doesn't matter what me. They're gonna move soon or later, you know. Now you calling me. You don't even. I know anything about your house. You saying, but you're not giving me any figure how much you're gonna pay for the house, right?
No, so here's what happens, right? We just did a deal up here in Brockton where we bought the house with the tenants in place, but we had to factor in how much it was going to cost us in order to do the eviction, right?
Say they're gonna move next week. How much you gonna pay for the empty?
And the property's vacant?
Yes.
Well, tell me, is the kitchen and bath updated like 2022 conditions or?
Man, I lived to 23 years in the same house, you know. I was there months ago, I said. Nothing wrong, just need the paint, you know. That's it.
Mm. What do you think this thing would sell for with a realtor?
So you said, I know anything about what's your price anyway?
No, I was just asking, like, what do you think if you hired your realtor to sell this thing? What do you think you'd land at with a retail buyer?
Well, anyway, you know what? I'm not gonna waste my time. Okay, let them move out. I'm gonna give it to realty. Okay, they know the price. When I can sell it, you know. This is your 3rd phone I'm getting now. I'm wasting my time. No result. That's it. You know, I'm not desperate to sell it too, you know. I have a property. I have, thank God, I have money. I have good income coming, you know. I'm not desperate to sell it.
God bless you.
Sooner or later, they're going to move. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm just trying to figure out what would be fair for you if we bought it with the tenants in place.
Now, what's the difference? Tenants is going to move out anyway, and he's paying his rent anyway, and investment, you want to flip it? That's the difference, you know?
Mm.
Anyway,
Well, that's
and give me a price. I say yes or no, okay?
okay. Well, that's what we'd be trying to do. Would probably be trying to flip the property. So just, I know you're saying, hey, I don't want to waste my time here, and neither do I. Like just like yourself, you're not desperate to sell. I'm not desperate to buy. We have 4 houses.
I didn't call you. You're the one you calling me, you know? But you don't know about that. That's the tenant is not the issue.
Right.
Tenant not the issue. Already put the September month rent too already.
Oh, they did. Okay.
He did already. So they're gonna move soon or later. I got my income coming, and they're gonna invest it very soon. They're not gonna stay forever in there. Okay?
Got it. Okay. Okay. Well, what do you think? I know you said you were talking to a realtor before. I'm just looking. I know I said I had a lot of the information, but I'm thinking this thing would probably resell for somewhere around like $300,000. Is that kind of where you're at too?
$300,000.
Mm-hmm.
300. Is there any houses like that for 300,000? I buy 10 of them. I got money to buy it.
Okay, so
I've been seeing on the internet that a lot of the houses, you know, it's going for 1-bedroom house, 900 square foot, 275, 280, no garage, no, this is corner lot.
mhm.
Anyway, decide it and you call me back. All right? I got company now.
I apologize. When should I call you back?
Well, beside the price, check it with the internet. You know how big is my lot? Question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Mike,
Yes, sir.
you know how big is my lot?
10,000.
I think my sales guy said 10,000.
10,000.
Yeah.
2 big garage, concrete, big, and sunroom, and heated down the basement. There's another bedroom in the basement too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, think about before, if you're interested, before somebody grab it, let me know. Okay?
Yeah. Before I give an official offer, though, would have to see the inside of the property. I know, as yourself, you've bought houses before.
They didn't even let me inside.
What the heck?
Time I went, everything is same, you know, just need the paint. Okay, you cannot hit until they move out. They didn't
Wow.
even,
Okay.
we're gonna paint the house. They don't know. They said after I move, they can paint it. They don't let nobody inside these motherfuckers anyway.
What the heck? So they're not even letting you inside.
No, I went one time. I went. They left me. And I looked like, you know, knick-knack, just paint, you know, mostly. That's it, okay?
Okay, so Ruben, I would love to buy this house, but I truly would need to see the inside. But let's just say I didn't. Let's just say Mike would buy this thing sight unseen and took care of the tenants, right? And go ahead.
Look, inside, I tell you,
Mm-hmm.
the living room, dining room, the carpet. You
Mm-hmm.
need the lemonade, and the kitchen is a tile. 3-bedroom, it's not laminated. Good hardwood floor, 3-bedroom. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's it. You need lemonade, that's what they call dining and living room. Okay? And you need the paint. That's it.
Okay,
That's
Ruben.
what we need.
Ruben, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back and figure out my two numbers. One number is gonna be including us buying this thing sight unseen with going through an eviction. The other one is gonna be buying it vacant. Okay. Out of those two,
Just a second. Hello? Hello? Maria, she's up. What, my God?
okay, so
I have a number for you.
okay, so I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get two numbers. My first number is gonna be us buying the house sight unseen with the tenants in place. Okay. The second number is gonna be us buying the house with the tenants out already, and us being able to check out the property, right? So I'm gonna give you those two numbers. Out of those two different situations, which one would you rather have? Would you rather have us buy it sight unseen with the tenants in place, or would you rather have us buy it after it's vacant?
Doesn't matter with me. It doesn't matter with me. No problem. First thing, they paying their rent. They wouldn't pay more rent, but I want to sell it. Well, they're gonna move anyway. Or you're gonna, if you buy it, you keep it, you know, still follow the rent, you know. They've been paying for almost 9.5 years now.
Whoa, they've been paying for 9 years? They've been paying for almost 10 years?
In 2013, March month, they moved in.
So why don't you just want to keep them in there if they've been paying that long?
Yeah, that's my business, not your business.
Well, I'm trying to figure
I'm
out.
gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it or I'm gonna sell it. That's my business, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, out of those two numbers, which one are you more excited about?
None of them. None of them. That's up to you. Up to you. That tenant is gonna move very soon. That's it. And it'll be on the market. Not only Mike, you are about it. There's a ton of them. Today you go to third phone. The fourth phone you calling me. Somebody they calling me out of nowhere. So you're the fourth one. I think you called before a few months ago, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm the guy in our business who buys the houses.
Anyway, now you decided and you wanna get back to me, that's fine, no problem. You know, if you wanna, we'll work out together. And with the tenant, without tenant, no problem. You give me both prices, let's see now.
Where are you hoping that I land?
No, I mean, say vacant, you buy it. What? How much you wanna pay?
Ruben, I'll be honest. When I'm buying a house, I'm trying to buy a house for literally like $1, right? So what's going to end up happening for me? I'm going to go back and run these numbers, and I'm going to try to get the absolutely lowest number for this house because that's what I want to do. I have a business to run. I'm feeding families and all these things. I want to make a profit. So when I go back and run these numbers, it's typically not going to be a number that you like. That's why I always ask the seller, what's your number? What are you looking for? That way I can go back and try to make that number work, right?
No, we cannot work together, you know. Just thank you for the call, okay? Don't call me anymore, thank you.
Okay, yeah, we don't have to buy your house. You there?
What, Mike, what?
I say, yeah, we don't have to buy your house. We'd love to qualify for one of our buys for the month, but we don't have to.
Well, anyway, I have the house, money in the bank, you know. No problem. Ton of buyers. If tomorrow I put on the market, soon as they move, it's gonna be ton of buyers. Same day I'm gonna sell it. Okay?
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, Ruben. I'm only going to give you one number, and it's going to be us buying this thing sight unseen. And if we do a deal together, we do a deal together. Great. If we don't, it is what it is, and maybe you go on your merry way and list it on the market. But I'll run my numbers because I wasn't factoring in before this call. I wasn't factoring in eviction. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to factor in what it's going to cost me to do an eviction, and I'm going to give you a call tomorrow with our offer.
No. Don't call me tomorrow. No. Think about, don't call me. You're gonna say number now or don't call me tomorrow. I'm using oxygen and I have a short breath. Believe me.
I would love to, man, but it's going to take me a little bit. I got to go run my numbers again. I got to put it through our analyzer. Do you want me to give you a call back in like 20 minutes?
Are you a serious buyer or just, try to
Ruben,
for dirt money?
Ruben, I have a family at home literally waiting for me to come home to cook dinner, right? And I'm sitting here in my office on the phone with you trying to buy a house. So am I serious or no? Huh?
I'm in Vegas,
Love it. Well, like I said, I literally have a family at home waiting for dinner, and I'm sitting here talking with you, trying to figure out what number we need to be at to buy your house. So yes, I am serious, but I don't.
Already figure out.
Mhm.
You said 20 minutes.
Yes.
20 minutes. Give me a number. I say yes or thank you. Okay?
I'll give you a call back.
All right.
Talk soon.
Bye. Bye.
I love this business. That guy is something else. So, Felipe, what are your thoughts on that call?
That guy is not a lead. Not even close.
The thing is, bro, he is.
Not today, though.
Potentially, like honestly, like there's motivation. That's it. That's the only thing that qualifies a lead as a lead. Is there motivation for him to sell? Yes. He has tenants that aren't even letting him in the property that he's kicking out tomorrow. Right? And he's about to go through an eviction. That is motivation. Right? So now we just gotta we gotta keep hammering him. You know, there's nobody sitting on the phone with him for 20 minutes. Everybody just giving up by now. You know?
Yep.
So if you hint some motivation, that qualifies it as a lead. You know? And if you treat every lead like this, your conversion rate will go through the roof. So that's like, granted, like you're saying, you're gonna call him back, try to go over the numbers with him, and he's gonna try to hang up or whatever the case is. Who knows what's gonna happen, right? However, on that call, he knows that we are a serious, credible buyer, and up to this point, he hasn't talked to anybody like that. Up to this point, there's probably been a lot of people calling him. Am I right?
Yeah.
So when push comes to shove in like a month, when he's going through the eviction process and it's been a pain in the ass and he's going through it, he's going to remember us as the qualified buyer because everybody else is just whatever, boom, not whatever, or giving him an offer of 150 and never calling him back. But this is how we get deals done. Literally, I have an appointment this weekend for a deal that we had locked up like 6 months ago, right? And the reason why we have an appointment is because we kept following up. And it was a bad tenant situation just like this. He went through the eviction and he like went through the things. So as long as you stick in the fight, like that's how you get deals. So I'm not saying that you're wrong. This isn't a lead. I'm just saying like if you treat every lead like this, your conversion rate will go up because he has some type of motivation. Now it's up to us as salespeople to do our job. You know?
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that?
When you put it that way, then yes, you are 100% right. I was seeing it as a short-term thing when I said he's not a lead.
Mm-hmm.
You were seeing it as a long-term thing. So I guess you could rephrase it saying he's not a lead today. Or he's not, let me rephrase again. He's not a hot lead today, but he could be a hot lead tomorrow. Because of how we treated him.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And maybe you could even say it's not a deal today. Because there's a difference. There's a difference between a lead and a deal.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 tiers. There's a prospect, which is somebody we haven't even reached out to. We haven't even had the conversation yet, but it's just a name and address and a phone number. Then there's a lead, somebody that we talked to that said, I would sell my property. Then there's a deal. That's us getting a contract. So probably not somebody you get a contract with today. But you plant seeds and you keep doing it. Like, think about it. Think about every time you follow up with that guy, you have those types of conversations where he knows that you're a credible buyer, that you are the only one that's stuck in the fight this whole entire time that's going to solve his problem once the tenants are like giving him a world of headache.
Yep.
He's going to have you buy his house. And that's what this business is, bro. It's like, if you looked at the average of touches and follow-ups that our deals have, it's probably like 15 to 20 touches before we get the contract. And it's just us having these types of conversations time after time after time after time and pushing the ball forward.
Yep.
But there was a lot that went in on that call. Could you name some things that happened on that call?
We had third-party stories. We had painting the picture in the future, what's going to happen. You really try to get the motivation out of him several times. You do this really good thing, and it's continuing the conversation when someone doesn't want to continue the conversation. And you do it like in a slick way that doesn't feel like it's salesy. And you're like, wait, don't hang up on me, So that's really good because you can the longer you talk to them, the more chances you get to closing them, obviously.
I like that, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Yeah, it's true. Just try to keep them talking. Keep trying to break down walls. And as you're having the conversation, you're listening and you're analyzing, right? How long do these lives usually go? Usually about 30 to 60 minutes. Somebody just asked in the chat. So like you're talking to him and you're listening this whole entire time and you're trying to figure out like what is gonna make me stick to this guy, right?
Yep.
And as I'm listening, okay, I'm starting to hear like, this is a good opportunity. He keeps saying, "Are you a serious buyer? Are you a serious buyer? Are you a serious buyer?" That's why I brought up the thing. Listen, I have a family at home, and I've been on the phone with you for about 20 minutes now. My family would like to go eat some dinner, but I'm also trying to buy a house right now. Granted, I don't have to buy a house. I have 4 other ones that I'm looking at. But yes, I am a serious buyer. I'm trying to buy your house, or else I wouldn't be still in the office. I would be home. What happened there? Like a lot of things. Mention the office thing. Oh, this dude's in an office. Like
Yep.
using those little subtle things that just make things stick. Like Felipe, I'd be telling all the people that you're in the office. Karen, I would say you're in the office. Like, hey, I gotta leave the office. Like when you're telling somebody I'm gonna call them back in an hour. I gotta leave the office. I'm gonna give you a call back in an hour when I get back to the office. Like that alone builds credibility for you.
Yeah.
You're in your home office. That's it. You're not lying. But in their mind, when they hear that, they're thinking like of a big investment company, like all these office buildings and stuff. You see what I mean?
Yeah, the little cubicles.
Right. So it's just like subtle things like that while you're on the sales call, really listening for it and then bringing that stuff up. Notice he was going to everybody and their mother probably thought that he was going to hang up the call at the end. Then I was just like, yeah, I mean, I don't have to buy your house. And he stayed on the phone. I was literally expecting him to hang up. Like,
No.
and then I kept listening. I'm like, you're still there?
Why are you still here?
Legit. That tells you, bro. That tells you.
Yeah.
Felipe, go back and listen to You Can't Teach a Kid to Ride a Bike at a Seminar. I really want you to go back and listen to that, because when's the last time you listened to it? Maybe like 4 months ago?
Yeah, around there.
You are going to listen to it much different. I swear to God. Because every single time I've listened to it probably like 6 times already. And every single time I listen to it different. Like right now, I'm really in my shit with pulling away. Like, yeah, I don't need to buy a house. Like that's one thing I've really been working on a lot of. And as I'm reading the Sandler book, I'm like, holy crap. I think it's like the first or second chapter is all about that. Is all about how the prospect is just lying. Like literally. Just put it in your brain that they're lying. Whatever they're saying is a freaking lie. Just put that in your brain and be okay with it. And just know that it's your job as a salesperson to get the job done and get the correct information and move the ball forward.
Mm-hmm.
But just know that they're lying to you. That's like literally. It's like Felipe, right? Let's say Felipe walks into a Foot Locker. Okay? And I was telling this to Karen earlier. Felipe walks into a Foot Locker, right? And the salesperson goes up to Felipe and says, what? What do they typically say?
You're looking for some shoes?
Hey, what brought you in here today?
Yep.
And what does Felipe say?
I'm just looking.
Right. So Felipe automatically has his sales process. And what do most salespeople in Foot Locker, what do they say?
What did they respond with when I say just
Yep.
looking? They'll just say, all right, no, if you need any help, let me know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and they walk away.
Yep.
Rather than already having something in your freaking tool belt, right? Something along the lines of, oh, just looking. Okay, great. What are you looking for? You're forced to come up with something.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, you're probably going to say, oh, maybe I'm looking for some running shoes or something like that. Great. Let me take you to the running shoes section. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who is going to get the sale? Me or the freaking other knucklehead that said, yeah, just hit me up if you have any questions?
Yeah, you.
Yes. It's just it's all the same thing. So in that specific example, right? Felipe was lying. Felipe knows he's going in there for a specific reason. Like, dude, you don't just go into the store just to hang out. Why the hell would you do that? There's some type of thing, like you're at least like interested about something. You're interested in buying a t-shirt, or you're interested in seeing what the new shoes look like or something like that. You're interested in something. You walk through the freaking door. So it's your freaking job as a salesperson to figure out what they're interested in. Not just say, hey, yeah, let me know if you have any questions.
Mm-hmm.
And Felipe is lying because whenever a salesperson walks up, Felipe's guard goes up. That's his natural thing. That's his sales process as a prospect, right? Your process as a prospect walking into the store is automatically, hey, they're trying to sell you something. Put your guard up. Just looking, and that's the guard. So it's your job as a salesperson to go in there and take that guard down. And it's easier to take that guard down when you know what the prospect is doing. You know what, like when you have a full understanding, okay, the prospect is just, this is what he does. This is his selling process himself. He lies because he has been instilled in his mind that salespeople are trying to sell him and take his money. That's not his fault. I don't blame the prospect. You know? And if you can put that in your brain, it's easier to break the wall down.
Yep.
So like with this is a lead. Like this isn't somebody, if this was in my pipeline, this isn't somebody that I would just chalk up as an L and be like, oh yeah, talk to him, he's freaking crazy. Like, no, I'm figuring the hell out. What is going on here? That's my job. And if you go about every single lead like that lead that we just talked to, if that's how you treat every single lead, you are going to 2, 3, 4, 5x the amount of deals that you're doing. But when we're just looking for the low-hanging fruit, then that's what we get. We get the low-hanging fruit. We get that conversion rate, whatever the low-hanging fruit are. You know who gets the low-hanging fruit?
Who?
The salesperson in Foot Locker that said, hey, let me know if you have any questions. You know?
Yeah.
Do you want to be a regular freaking salesperson in Foot Locker, or do you want to be a gangster? You know what I'm saying? Or do you want to be a badass closer? It's the difference. Do you want to be a great, or do you just want to be regular?
Yep.
You could be regular, bro. Like, people can be. There's no wrong. I'm not saying that the person in Foot Locker telling me, hey, let me know if you have any questions. I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm just saying he's not great. I don't know about y'all, but I'm trying to be great. I know y'all are too.
So what's their plan now? We going in with an offer?
I'm pulling away.
Yeah.
Rupin, it's Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
So, man, I think I'm just going to give you some really, really good advice. I think your best bet is probably just going on the market. Yeah, because if we buy this thing and we take care of, the tenant issue, and we pay for the eviction, and we do any repairs and all that type of stuff, we're going to be somewhere at like $190,000.
190,000 for what?
That's if we do the eviction, we do the repairs, we do all the things, right? Like, and we buy this thing sight unseen. That's where it would be at. But I'm not saying that that's where you should sell your property at. I think that you should go through the eviction and sell it on the market.
So that means 190,000 you're talking about for the price?
Yes, that's where we would buy your house for a sight unseen.
Well, anyway, I'll pay you money. If you find something like that, 20 of them. I'll buy it right away.
Okay.
Don't think I don't need the money, I'm a millionaire already.
Well, I'm trying to be like Rupin.
No, it cannot be. Long time,
You got to teach me.
90,000, you can't even build the garage now today.
Well, you got to teach me your ways, brother. So if I found you some deals down there in Providence, would you buy them? Because I have these types of deals.
I have a property besides the commercial property, $2 million property over there. But still, I have it,
Okay.
What are you talking about? Well, I'm not playing with the nickel and dime,
Yeah, neither. I'm Rupin, just like yourself. I'm a straight shooter. I'm telling you how it is.
Well, anyway, find something that kind of price,
So
and thank you for the call, okay?
Okay, so if I find you a house around that area for around that amount of money, would you be a buyer for it?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes. Find me out. I will buy not 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll buy it, no problem.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, great. Well, I'm gonna let you know when our next deals come up because we sell deals to a lot of investors as well.
Definitely.
Okay. What are your plans with this thing? Are you gonna go through the eviction yourself? You think?
Say again?
I said, what are your plans with the Sherwood Street property? You just gonna go through that through the eviction? You think?
Yeah. It's done deal. They're gonna move out. That's it. Okay. Now you're talking about, like change in my pocket, 190,000 is change in my pocket. What are you talking about?
Well, here, if you want me to explain it, would resell the property for probably $300,000, like to a retail buyer, to somebody that's going to live in it. Because what we're trying to do, we're trying to buy it, put some renovations into it, and then resell it. And would resell this thing for $300,000. But the eviction is going to cost a lot of money, and I don't even know what the thing looks like inside, so I have to factor that in.
Find another house,
Yeah, we're literally looking at like 4 others. Rupin, here's what I'm going to do. I think your best bet is going on the market after you do the eviction, but I don't know what that process is going to look like for you. So I'm going to have my team reach back out in like a couple weeks. And in the meantime, if I have any deals for you down there, I'll let you know. And he hung up. But yeah, bro, this is a lead that you keep following up with. Like 100%. So Karen, keep that in your pipeline. Like call him. That's a lead that you call weekly.
Okay.
Because remember, buyers are liars, sellers are worse. He's lying about something. But you guys have anything else to go over?
We're good.
Love it. Okay, cool people. Silverhomies.com. If you guys have any leads that you guys want to submit to us, it goes right in our CRM. We do the follow-up. We do the closing. We go find a buyer. We do all the things. So if you guys want to go to silverhomies.com to submit your leads, we will follow up with them. Maybe you're just like, dude, I don't feel like calling my leads, or I don't got the time. I got a whole 9 to 5 with a family. I'm good. I just want to generate leads and have somebody else close them. Silverhomies.com is where you need to be. So like and subscribe this video. Like and subscribe to the channel so everybody gets value. So the algorithm pumps it up and everybody sees Felipe and Karen being a badass. You guys are amazing. Peace out.